Okay, you guys, we got a lot to cover in this little short here video, and so let's go ahead and get to it. So first of all, there's going to be some news coming out on this coming Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be the big day that if you're not an experienced trader, don't trade this day, okay? Because CAD is coming out with their interest rates, and then you got the Feds coming out with their inflation numbers. Not the Feds, but you get my point. Inflation numbers are coming out for the U.S. And so, therefore, it's going to be a big, big day. A lot of shaking and rumbling is going to be going on that day. So I suggest just leave Wednesday alone. I really didn't see much else besides Wednesday. We did have NFP last Friday, but it really didn't do much. So let me see if there was anything else before we move on. Now, I'm going to show you something very important on the charts that I want to make sure that you guys are paying attention to, okay? Look at my charts, guys, okay? Look at my charts. One of the things that I suggest you do, I'm going to give you 2 tips on trading for this up-and-coming week, okay? 2 simple tips for this up-and-coming week. And if you don't feel like trading anymore, of course, you can go to our website, superezcopycat.com, and you can go ahead and join our copycat service and pick whatever service you want. All of them are on fire. By the way, we did switch up the what we used to call the US 30 trade market, and we switched it to indices. So indices is now the new name for it, and that's because props out to Miss Jeannie, who's been just killing it. I mean, she's just been killing it, because what she did was we switched over from the US 30 over to US Tech or the NASDAQ, and it has been a absolute smooth ride doing that. And so it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So let me go over the 2 things that I suggest that you can start doing to start being profitable today if you don't want us to trade for you, or you don't want to be copied on our trades. Here's what I suggest you do. Number 1, the first thing I would strongly suggest is to just get our copier. Okay, I'm not our copier, excuse me. Get the Simplicity scanner. Okay, the Simplicity scanner, and let me show you this. So I go to my scanner. And there you go. Okay, so it has all the pairs that I want. And what I suggest you do is in the settings, and let me show you, once you have it set up, you can go anywhere on the charts, right click, go down to Expert Advisor, click on Properties, and you can add or subtract whatever pairs you want in here. Always use a trim period of 1. I turn on my alerts, and then here's where you can pick how many time frames you want alerts on. You can have alerts on all of these time frames. I suggest you don't, but it's up to you. You can set the time, because it has a click to open feature. So when an alert comes up, you just click on the actual pair, and it'll take you straight to your chart settings of whatever you choose. Whatever template you have. Okay, so you can use the Sexy Analyst or whatever. I'm gonna show you what I do, but I want mine to go to the 1 hour time frame. So I'm enabled the 1 hour time frame and turned everything else off, and I have it opening up on the 1 hour. Okay, so basically that is the workhorse for me, because what happens is that basically when it sends me an alert, then and only then do I need to look at my charts. Other than that, I don't need to waste my time. All right, so now let's get to a pair, and let's take a look, and I'm going to show you guys a little tippity tip. Okay, so let's open up a new chart window so I can leave this one open at the bottom as my secondary. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do, and let's go ahead and move this on to my Sexy Analyst, which has my ocean wave. Look at how many times, and here's what you can do. You're going to set your stop loss, of course, to whatever is appropriate, which is the prior high, especially if you have the Sexy Analyst, which has the pre-built in support and resistance levels, supply and demand zones, and all that good stuff. It's already in there. But basically what you want to do is just take our arrows off the 1 hour time frame, see what happens. So look at this one. This is evidence stop because it didn't go all the way down like these did. Okay, so see these big ones? That's why the arrows are still there. When it's short and didn't make it long distance, then that you'll get what's called evidence dot to show you where the arrow did come in, so that you'll know, okay, whether it would have been a winner or a loser. So here's this one. It came in, stop loss would have been right above the top here, about 20 pips. And that was 26 pips. So it was still a winner. It was a 1-to-1. Okay, here's another one. The arrow came in right here. Let's say you hopped in, 35 pip stop. Did you get your money? Yeah, before the next arrow came, it was already at approximately 32 pips or so. You can just take 20 or 30 pips. Every time you get the arrow, just take 20 or 30 pips, get in and get out. Don't go for a ride, okay? But if you do, cool, okay? This one did not work out, okay? This was a loser because the trade said to go up, even though, and here's something else you can keep in mind. See if I can get this to work. Okay, look at this. This was clearly in a what? Downtrend. So you can ignore any arrow that's in the opposite direction anyway. Okay, you can do that as well. This was a sideways market, so of course, you wouldn't have known because in sideways markets, there's just no way to know. Okay, so this will say a down and it hit the bottom of the channel and then bounce back up. So that's why this was short lived. Does that make sense? But this one was in a downtrend. And so therefore, if you want to improve your strategy, you can actually just ignore any trade that's against the trend. And this is all done on the 1 hour time frame. All right. So hopefully this is making sense. And so let's go through a couple of pairs and then I'll tell you what I'm thinking is going to be happening throughout the week, which is still going on. And let me get rid of this channel here. Bye. All right. So see, look, you would have at least won that one. It's a little short loss, but that's okay. Look at this next one that came in. Huge, massive winner. Another big winner. Okay. So you guys can kind of see what's going on. Now, what's happening with the euro has been on fire. Okay. Just straight nonstop going straight up. This one I still think it may come down and still push back up. Why is the euro constantly in an up move? Which, by the way, look at this one. This was a short move. How many pips you would have got? Maybe let's say here from here to here. That was still 50. Wait a minute, how many? Let's say you got in late right there to the tip right there. That's only 8 pips. So yeah, not much. So that one would have been a loss. That's cool. And you can see why the evidence dot was there. But look at the next one. Okay, so the next one sparks all the way up, 200 pips. This sell arrow, even though it was counter trend, to its bottom was 129. By the way, you're going to get a lot more pips on the JPY pairs because they just calculate bigger pips. That's just the way it is. This one about 80 pips. Okay, same moves as some of the others, but they count the pips much different. Okay, but what I'm saying is right here you can see. Okay, if you would have took the sell trade, you would have won. Sell trade again, won. Buy trade, another one, big one. This is saying that it's going to sell off. We'll see how it goes this week. The arrow is not in. It is on the 30-minute, but I'm just saying, hey, sometimes you might want to hold off on, because see, look at here. This was a winner, but then this was a loss. This was a winner, but then this was a loss. And you can see this was a sideways pattern or spongy bob. And I'll tell you, these are continuation patterns, and that's what it did. But now let's flip over to the 1 hour, and you can see the noise right here. This was the same pattern. See how you didn't lose? So it reduces the noise because you're using a higher time frame on the one hand. But in addition to that, it requires more patience because you got to wait. But you can see this long move that's going on with the the euro pairs, because I think they're the winner of this trade war that's going on or something. I really don't even know what the heck is freaking going on with them, but they have been on fire. All right, so let's take a look at this one. This one said buy. That would have been a loss. But then this one came in, and this was a massive 600 pip winner. Okay, then you had a little short loss right here. It said to sell. That was 57 pips to its end right here. Actually, that was a winner because it went 86 pips, even on this little short move. That was a nice little winner. Okay, so you still got your 1-to-1 and you're still waiting. So you guys get the gist of what I'm saying. Just use the 1 hour scanner. Huge winner, even though this one pulled back again, that was right there to 156. So that one was a loss, depending on how you want to look at it. Either way it goes. It did make pips, don't get me wrong. Your stop would have been up this level. That was kind of big of a stop loss, 163, but it didn't hit your stop. That's the good news. It did pull back, but it didn't hit your stop. And by the time it hit to support, there was still 67 pips. So depends on how you're looking at it. You want to do the 1-to-1, or as soon as me personally, when it hits these support levels, I'm out anyway. So to me, that would have still been a winner. Okay, so y'all get the point. So same thing here. Nice winner, huge, massive winner, another big winner, and see how it bounces off of that support and came right back up. So therefore, this could be your exit strategy when you see it bouncing off of support and the trend line, which comes with the sexy analyst. Because I'm always using the simplicity system in combination with the sexy analyst. All right, let's do a couple of more. And then let me show you this. All right, so let's just end with this one. And you guys can get the gist. If you have the sexy analyst, put it on the 1 hour. I'm sorry, the Simplicity system, put it on the 1 hour and wait for the scanner to send you an alert. So number one, I use my scanner, the Simplicity scanner, to wait for it to send me an alert. So I'm not on charts all day. When it does, I simply go to the 1 hour time frame and just take a glance and say, yeah, that does look like a nice little setup. And just, all right, let's go for it. Okay. And check and see at the end of the week what your win rate is going to be. And then you'll see you'll see my point. Okay. All right. So again, here's a nice winner. Here's another nice winner. Here's a nice winner. Here's a nice winner. Okay? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's go to gold, because gold, we haven't been sending out a lot of alerts on gold, and this is the reason why. And you'll see it right here. And then I got one more thing to show you guys. If I draw this box right here, you'll see it's in a what they call a chop box or sideways consolidation pattern. Let's go to the 4 hour time frame, and I'll redraft that again, and you will see exactly what the problem is. That is the problem. You see it? That's the problem. It can break out and go to the upside, or it can drop massively. And if it does, we're looking at possibly at this level right here, okay, which would be the first major level of support to retest this bottom right here. Or it can do this. It can hit this level, which is the Fibonacci levels, and that's what we're going to be talking about momentarily. 23.6 fib level on the 4 hour time frame, and that is what it can look like if it does drop, which I'm hoping it does, but we don't know, because it's basically an emotional currency pair, and it has reasons to have a lot of emotions right now. Why? Because of the Trump tariffs that's going to be happening on April 2nd. So in a matter of a couple of weeks, there's going to be some things shaking and going on, and a lot of the countries are in massive scramble mode right now, trying to scramble to see what they can do to avoid these tariffs. And, so that's why the market has been so out of whack. There's no reason for the euro pairs to be shooting through the moon that they're doing. Gold is jittery. Everything is just out of order right now because of the Trump tariffs and the things that he's doing. And again, I'm not saying that he was wrong for what he's doing. I'm just telling you what's happening as a consequence of what's happening in the markets. So if you've been trying to personally trade gold and you've been having a problem, see consolidation. These are the worst times, because you don't know it's consolidating. You're just getting in on a good trade, and then it just chop. Okay. So just be patient. We're waiting for this to break out one way or the other out of this box that it's in. And once it has a directional bias, then we'll be able to really start trading. Now, we are going to be sending out gold trades. My preference is going to be to the sell side. Hopefully we catch it at the top of this box and let it drop, because you can see it's already created a lower high. Okay, so it's already created a lower high. So this is what we're looking at. So it can break through here and retest the top, or it can drop down to the bottom and retest that level at the bottom. Now, let's get to one more thing for you guys, a little bonus tip. Another thing you can take a look at, actually, I think I gave enough. We'll just save it for another time. We'll save it for another time, because I don't want to bunch everything up on these videos. So again, if you guys want us to trade for you, just go to our website. It's superezcopycat.com. Okay. And I'll show you what it looks like. Okay. superezcopycat.com. And it's super, E as in echo, Z as in zebra, copycat.com. And basically right here is where you can see an example of what it looks like, me taking the trade. Here's what your account would be, because I set up a demo account just to show demonstration. So just play this little short video and you'll see. I'm going to take a trade over here. It's going to pop up over here. I close a trade on my end, on my account. It closes out on yours. Just that simple. And it'll take a few minutes to set this copier up, and then you just done. You're good to go. So we have one for Forex. We have one for the indices, which includes the US 30, the S&P 500, or the NASDAQ. We have one for gold. We have the newest one, which is for oil and silver, which, by the way, I still kept it at the discount price, up to $97. We haven't raised the price yet. So if you want that, we also have combinations. So if you want a combination, you can do that. So come and join us, okay? All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to be heading out of town for tomorrow. I'll be flying out to Cincinnati. I'll see you guys in Cincinnati, the Cincinnati people, and then I'll be back shortly because I got other things to do. So anyway, enjoy your weekend. Talk to you, and I'll see you all guys on Wednesday, those who want to come to my class. Love y'all.